how was your November? For me, on the creative side of things, it's been pretty good. And so I wanted to start planning for December. And to do that, I wanted to make a nice little digital planner in my Notion. So, grab a tea or a hot beverage of your choice, and let's plan out December together. Hello, my name is Jade, and I like to paint with pixels. So, to go along with the Notion page, I wanted to make some decorations to go with it. For the banner, I ended up taking a lot of what I learned from my last video and using it here. I'll leave it in the cards if you want to see how that went. So, we're starting with the same canvas size of 375 by 62 pixels. And for the pattern, I wanted to use some of the same techniques that I use in a lot of my flower illustrations, but make it a bit more festive. I tried to look up some festive flowers, but in the end I decided to draw a bunch of holly plants, flowers, berries. I'm not too sure what they're called, but I tried to sketch it out and get some sort of a composition down and spread out the main berry plants. Gosh, I'm not sure, but spread them out pretty even. With a similar setup to last time, I do an outline, do a first layer of dithering, and then go a little lighter with the shades after that, and then add a few smaller details around the side. It's quite nice as the stuff I find I get in a sort of a nice flow with it, and it almost feels meditative meditative in a way. And I did the same with the icon that I did for this and the bunting, not using dithering techniques because the icon's a bit too small for that, but keeping it in theme with the holly plant and like the colors that are used. And while I continue doodling away in the background, let's talk about how I wanted to plan out for December. So, for first month of planning this out, it's all going to be a lot of trial and error, see how things go, but I thought having 3 monthly goals felt like a good number that wasn't too many things, but still felt attainable in some way. So, number 1 is to prep what I want to learn for next year. I have a lot of thoughts of what I would like to do creatively, a lot of goals that I would like to complete in some way next year. And I think that needs a bit of prep beforehand, and also needs just a bit more time to think over what my priorities are for next year, and yeah, just a bit of reflection around that. And I feel like that's going to be sort of the theme of the month as well, is just to have some time to prepare and plan out what I would like to do. So a lot of research into that, and find some good tutorials and things that I want to learn, and try and like spread that out throughout the year so that it's still manageable. Even if I want to do like a bunch of stuff, I still want this to feel manageable and not overwhelming at the start, or really ever. But yeah, that's the first one. The second goal is to post 1 video a week. This could either be the best or worst time to set this as a goal for the month, because, you know, it's the holiday season, so there's a lot more stuff going on, but also I have a lot more free time than I normally would. So I would like to spend that both restfully and also creatively, and just have a nice balance between the two. I really enjoy making videos, and I feel like last month, even though I started making videos and I was loving the process, I definitely struggled balancing everything. So I think I would like to try and balance it out a bit more, not do everything in the space of a couple days and spread it out across the week, to do a little bit each day of the week. And I think that's going to be kind of a sub goal in this post 1 video a week. It's like post 1 video a week, but break up the work a little bit. The third goal that I have is to engage with the pixel art community more. I do my best to respond to comments that are made on my posts, but I want to get back into commenting on work that I find inspiring and stuff that I really enjoy, and I want to ask questions on how they did certain things and just understand their work a bit more, because I feel like I've been slacking a lot on just learning from others, and I find that really, really rewarding. When I've been streaming on Twitch, I have a few wonderful peeps who stop by, and they give you tips on like the software that I'm using, or like art terms that I don't understand, or like I've heard but I don't really know how they work, and they'll just explain it to me, and it's so wonderful and nice to just have that like conversation and sharing of knowledge, and yeah, I just want to engage in that more. So now that I have finished all of the little doodles, I think it's time to put it all in Notion. I wanted this layout to be pretty simple, just a place that I can refer to each day and be reminded of the monthly goals that I have set out. So that's the first column, and then have a little space for goals for the day, keeping it to 3 a day so that, you know, manageable, but I sort of have my priorities for the day. And then I've added in a little art draw section, which is mainly just links to other pages in my Notion that are super useful and that I use pretty much every day. After that, we're adding in some of the little bunting that we made. I wanted to have this so that we can sort of divide up some of the sections and just, you know, add a bit of pixel art in between here and there. And then after that, I've added in a section for a brain dump, which is just somewhere to throw any and all ideas and thoughts, just somewhere so that they're there and they're out of my head, and I don't forget them. That's all that section is for. And next to it is my calendar, and that will have all of the little uploads and projects that I want to do for the week. Mainly those are pushed towards Saturday and Sunday, so I can do bits and pieces of it throughout the week, and then do the big uploads on the weekend. Or that is the general plan. And for now, that's the whole Notion setup for the month. I'm gonna see how this goes. So this is the trial run of it, and then we can come back at the end of the month and see what worked, what didn't work. We can make some edits to it, ready for the new year. I'm quite happy that we're doing this like a little before the new year in the big planning session, so we can, you know, test out some of these ideas, like the 3 daily goals, and just the general layout of the page, see if that works for me, and if not, we can adjust it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I feel like it's quite cute and festive. What I could improve on, I think, is the icon itself. I think I'm going to scale down the original canvas so that when I scale it up, the pixels are a little bigger, because at the moment it still feels a little too cluttered to be an icon, and I think if I made the canvas smaller, it'll help simplify that a bit. So that's something to keep note for next time. But other than that, I'm really happy with it, and I think it's it'll treat me well for the month of December. I hope you enjoyed this little plan with me. Let me know what you think of this format and what your plans are for December in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care out there. Goodbye.